Well, this is cozy. Not quite what we planned, but hey, we've survived worse. Remember that time we shared a bench in that freezing bus station for 3 hours and swore never to do something that dumb again? Yeah, apparently we lied. Again. No, I'm not complaining, just stating the obvious. One room, one night, one bed, or whatever this lumpy hotel mattress is trying to be. You don't look too worried though. Laid back, arms behind your head like this is a 5-star suite. So confident, kinda rude, honestly. But a little charming too, just a little. Don't get a big head about it. I mean, it's fine. We're friends. This is just two friends trying to not freeze to death in a poorly heated room with extremely questionable pillow choices. Nothing weird about that. Totally normal. Just maybe a tiny bit closer than usual. Not that I'm measuring, but I'm absolutely measuring visually, mentally, with very sophisticated internal tools. God, why am I rambling? It's just you. It's always been just you. You're quiet. Are you okay? You usually throw back at least one sarcastic comment by now. What, are you actually tired? Or are you just enjoying watching me awkwardly dig a conversational hole for myself? Yeah, that checks out. Rude and charming. You're really going for the combo tonight. You know, I kept thinking about this moment when they told us there was only one room left. Like, do we laugh it off? Do we pretend it's no big deal? Do we do the whole I'll sleep on the floor thing? And then you just looked at me and shrugged, like it was simple, like of course we'd stay together, no hesitation. That threw me off a little. I didn't say anything, but it did. Because for you, maybe it really is that easy. We're friends. We've always been friends. And I guess I've been holding on to that like a lifeline. Like, as long as we're just friends, nothing changes, nothing scary happens, nothing real sneaks in. But now we're here, and it's quiet, and it's dark, and you're a lot closer than usual, and suddenly my brain won't shut up. It's like everything's louder when I'm this close to you. Your breathing, the way you shift your arm, the way the blanket pulls just a little when you move. It's stupid. It's so stupid, but it's messing with me. And I keep telling myself, you're just being polite, friendly, chill, exactly how you always are. But my body's not listening. It's like it's expecting something I can't even name. And I hate that, because it's you, and I shouldn't want more from you. I'm not saying I do, okay? I'm not admitting anything. I'm just noticing that this feels a little different. That maybe it's been different for a while. and I've been too stubborn or scared to say it out loud. But I'm not saying anything tonight. Not really. This is still just two friends, sharing space, sharing silence, sharing warmth. That's it. Just friends. Right? Right? You always do that. You don't even realize it, do you? That thing where you just look at me a certain way without even turning your head. And somehow I know you're paying attention. I know I'm not alone, and it gets me every single time. Even now, you're quiet, but you're not distant. Your silence isn't empty. It's full of everything you're not saying out loud. And I keep pretending not to notice, because I've trained myself to laugh it off, to say, oh, he's just nice. He's just like that with everyone. He's just safe. But the truth is, you've never felt like just anything. Not to me. It's dumb, isn't it? How someone can hand you a cup of tea, or pull your hoodie hood up when it's cold, or move your charger closer while you're half asleep on their couch, and somehow it leaves a mark, like a fingerprint, on your memory, on your chest, on whatever part of you stores quiet affection. You've left so many of those tiny moments that weren't supposed to mean anything, but did because you were the one doing them. Like that night I came over too late, and you didn't ask what was wrong. You just sat down next to me on the floor, not touching, not pushing, just being there, like you were holding space for whatever I couldn't say. And it was the first time in weeks I felt like I could breathe again. You've done that more than once. You always know, even before I speak. It's annoying and terrifying and kind of beautiful. Damn you. Why do you do that? Why do you make it so hard to keep pretending? I don't feel this creeping in around the edges of everything we are. You move like someone who already knows where I fit, like you've made space for me and are just waiting for me to step into it, like you were always going to be right here, next to me, when the rest of the world finally quieted down. And now, look at us. One room, one bed, one excuse away from being something more than what we said we were. I keep looking at your hand. It's not even that close to mine, just far enough for me to wonder what it would feel like if I reached, if I stopped pretending, if I stopped calling this just friendship. But I'm not reaching. I'm not even breathing normally, because I'm scared that if I break the silence, really break it, we can't go back. And if you don't feel the same way, I'll lose the one place I still feel steady. So I keep it in, mostly, except when it slips. Like right now, like when I say, I think I started falling a while ago. Wait, What? No, I didn't say anything. You're clearly already half asleep. Don't make things up. Seriously, I said nothing. Your imagination is getting cocky again. Shut up and stop smiling. I can feel it through the dark, through the mattress, through whatever psychic link we've apparently developed. It's very rude. God, why do you have to be this close? Why do you smell like your hoodie and bad decisions and comfort? Why do I want to curl up next to you and not feel guilty about it? Don't answer that. Don't say anything. Please, just let me exist like this for one more night in this almost touching, almost saying, almost everything space. Because pretending it's nothing is starting to feel like lying, but I'm not brave enough yet to ask what you'd do if I stopped. Okay, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, but this pillow, it's a traitor. It's trying to slide into enemy territory, which just so happens to be right next to your shoulder. I mean, your side of the bed. Obviously, don't get ideas. I'm just following the gravity of the mattress. You know how these hotel beds work? They pull everything to the middle like some sort of emotional black hole. Very scientific. Also, your arm is really warm. Just an observation. A totally irrelevant, not loaded at all observation. Shut up. Are you smiling again? I can't tell, but I can feel it. It's not fair how easily I can read your silence now, like you're shouting without words, and it's all aimed at me. You haven't moved, not once, not even when my knee bumped yours just now, not even when I shifted closer. And don't lie, you noticed. I know you did. You always notice, even when I pretend I don't want you to. You're just lying there, still, soft, but so present. It's driving me insane. You're doing that thing again, existing quietly, but pulling all my attention like a magnet I didn't agree to. This is the part where I should back off, where I should laugh and roll the other way and say something like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna drool on you, but I don't want to roll away. I want to stay here, right here, with our arms almost touching, with your hand so close I can feel the heat of it, but still have an excuse not to reach for it." And maybe that's what's breaking me the most, that we're so close, so almost, and neither of us is moving. Neither of us is pulling away, but neither of us is leaning in either. Friends don't usually sleep this close, do they? I mean, maybe they do. Maybe we're just extra friendly. Or maybe we've been lying to ourselves for a lot longer than I thought. Because the way I'm watching you breathe right now, the way I keep listening for the smallest shift in your posture, it doesn't feel like friendship. it feels like something else, something quieter, heavier, kinder, and so much scarier. I used to be so sure that I could handle being close to you and not fall for you, that I could take the teasing, the long nights, the inside jokes and soft silences, and come out untouched, unshaken, untangled. What a joke. Because you're tangled in everything now. Every memory, every sigh, every stupid song I hear that somehow makes me think of you. Even the ones that don't make sense, especially those I don't even know why I associate you with rainy rooftops and midnight toast. But I do. I do. You keep doing that thing where you let me exist. No pressure, no fixing, no expectation. Just space. Like I can be soft around you without needing to explain why. Like I can fall apart in silence, and somehow you always hand me the right kind of quiet. I think I started noticing it the night you let me talk for 3 hours about things that didn't matter. You didn't interrupt. You didn't even look bored. You just sat there, nodding, smiling sometimes, and listening like it was the only thing in the world that deserved your attention. Who does that? Who listens like that? Who gives that kind of care to someone who's just a friend? Okay, maybe I'm not just a friend to you, or maybe I am, and I'm just building castles out of glances and good intentions. But I'm so tired of pretending this doesn't feel like something real, something warm and terrifying, and so much more than what we've been calling it. Your hand is right there. I could reach for it. I could just do it. No words, no fanfare, just a single touch. And maybe you'd squeeze back. Maybe you'd pull me in. Or maybe you'd freeze and everything would break. God, why does it always come back to that? To the fear of ruining the only thing that's ever felt safe? You still haven't moved, and that tells me more than you think. Because if you didn't want this closeness, this almost too intimate silence, you would have rolled away by now. You would have cracked a joke, called me a space hog, done something. But you didn't. You haven't. You're still here, still breathing next to me, still not pulling away. And that might be the bravest answer I've ever been given. So maybe I'll stay like this, just a little closer, just a little longer, until your fingers brush mine by accident or on purpose. I don't even care which anymore. Because this almost touching, barely breathing, don't blink or it'll break feeling, this isn't nothing, and I don't think it ever was. You're still awake, aren't you? I can feel it. Your breathing's too steady, too aware. You're listening, even if you don't say anything. Good, because I don't think I could say any of this twice. I've been lying here for I don't even know how long, counting the space between us in inches, then in heartbeats, wondering if this is what falling feels like. Not the dramatic kind, not the rom-com fall with sweeping music and sudden kisses, just the slow, terrifying realization that I'm already not where it started. And I keep waiting for the moment I'll convince myself this is still friendship, that I'm overthinking, that this closeness, this warmth, the way I'm curled a little towards you now without meaning to, it's nothing, just tired muscles, just a long day, just two people sharing a space. But the truth is, I think I've known for a while now. The way I watch your hands when you're not looking, the way I wait for your love, like it's the only thing that makes my day real. The way my chest tightens every time someone else says your name and you smile at them like that. I kept pushing it down, kept telling myself it would ruin everything, that if I named it, it would slip away. But now I'm here, lying beside you, closer than ever, and still trying not to say the thing that's already bleeding out of every word I don't say. I'm scared, that's the truth. I'm terrified that if I say this, you'll pull away, not because you're cruel, you never are, but because maybe you don't feel it, and you'll stay out of kindness, and that might break me worse than silence ever could. But silence is breaking me too, so maybe I'd rather risk it just this once. If I say it, will you still stay? If I tell you that I don't want to be just your friend anymore, that I don't want to call this almost, or nothing, or just tonight, will you stay? Will you still look at me the same tomorrow? Will you still leave room for me in your love, in your eyes, in your stupid warm hoodie? Because I love that hoodie, and I love the way you say my name when you think I'm not really listening. And I love you. I do. God, that was terrifying. That was everything. That was true. You don't have to say anything. Not yet. Maybe not even tonight. I just needed you to know I couldn't carry it around in silence anymore. And if it's too much, if I ruined the easy thing we had, I'm sorry, but I think pretending I wasn't in love with you was already ruining it in slower ways. I'm not asking for a fairy tale. I'm not asking you to suddenly hold me or say it back or make promises you're not ready for. I just want you to know that I'm here, right here, and that I'm done pretending this wasn't always more. If I fall asleep tonight with you beside me, and you still haven't said a word, I'll understand, but I'll still be hoping. And if, in the morning, you look at me like you see me, really see me, then I'll know. I'll know I didn't imagine it. I'll know I was right to hope. Okay, still here. You're still here. You didn't move, didn't shift away, didn't make a sound, and yet I felt everything change. You looked at me, really looked, and it was different, soft, steady, like you'd been holding something too. You didn't have to say anything. You never do. I always hear you in the way you stay, in the way your fingers just brushed mine and didn't pull back, in the way your breath caught just a little when I said I love you. You're still quiet, but your thumb is moving now, just barely, back and forth over the edge of my hand, like you're grounding both of us, like this isn't a dream. So, I'm going to take that as a yes, as your version of I'm not going anywhere, as the only answer I really wanted. And now I get to talk to you like I've always wanted to. No more coded sentences, no more playful distance, no more pretending this is normal, because it's not. It's better. It's ours. So, hi, I'm your girlfriend now. Apparently, surprise. No takesies, backsies. I warned you I'd be trouble, and now look, I'm in your bed, in a hoodie, in your arms, and I'm not going anywhere either. God, I've wanted to say that for so long, that I'm yours, that I choose you, not just tonight, not just because we're far from home, and it's cold, and the hotel forgot to give us a second blanket, but because I would have chosen you anywhere, anytime, every time. Even when I was scared, even when I pretended I didn't want this, even when I told myself, you were just a friend, you were never just anything. I'm going to say some things now that I would have whispered into your pillow weeks ago if I had the courage. So you better be listening, because I'm only doing this once. Maybe, okay, maybe twice. Fine, every night if you ask sweetly. Ready? Here goes. I like the way you always walk slightly slower when we're side by side, like your pace naturally sinks to mine. I like the way you listen with your whole face, the way your brow furrows when I talk about hard things, the way you remember the exact kind of tea I drink, even though I switch it every month. I like the way your voice softens when I'm tired, like now, like you're trying not to wake a part of me that's already starting to melt into this warmth. I like that you let me talk too much, that you laugh at the dumb stuff, that you remember my throwaway stories like they were poems. I wrote just for you. And I love that I get to say these things now without pretending I don't mean them, without shrinking back the second they start to sound too real, because they are real, and they always were. I was just late to admit it. You're still holding my hand. Kind of unfair, really. Makes it hard to keep pretending I'm unaffected. Makes it hard not to curl into you and pretend this bed is ours. Not just for tonight, but always. Hey, if you fall asleep first, you better still be here in the morning. I'm not above stealing all the covers and declaring emotional victory. I'll do it. I'm ruthless now. But seriously, if you do fall asleep first, I'll stay awake just a little longer, just to watch your chest rise and fall, just to memorize this exact moment, this exact warmth, this shift from maybe to yes, from friend to everything else. So, guess I'm yours now. Deal with it. And I'm keeping your hoodie and your heart. Hope that's okay. No refunds.